Supreme Master Ching Hai's advice to all religious faithful and the solution for our world's crisis, Part 5 of 7, on Between Master and Disciples, held in English.
Warning: sensitive content.
All these governments who did nothing to protect the children, past, present, and future, they're all rotten. They all will go to hell together with these criminals. And I'm not telling you a lie. It is a true like that.
Yes.
I will make sure they will stay in hell forever. And the politicians and the corrupt church people, church priests and administration people, they have the same thing in common. They cheat to go to the high positions.
Yes, Master.
In the case of Francis, his gang cheated so that he could become pope.
Yes.
In the case of Biden, it's the same.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Yes.
And similar. Wow, they love each other. You saw that?
Yes.
Didn't you see the obvious
Yes,
Huh?
Master. Yes.
chemical reaction?
Yes.
The chemistry between these groups of people is obvious.
Yes, Master.
Right.
Even a 5 years old can see it.
That's
Yes.
right, Master.
My God. Oh, it is all because humans are sinning too heavily, yeah? That's why the devils are allowed to have the chance to do it, because humans create very dark energy, so the devil's energy can be mingled with it.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Otherwise, they cannot. Like in heaven, you don't have such things, because the energy there is pure and tranquil and peaceful.
Yes, Master.
It's not like the energy in our world. It's so murky, it's so dark, and in many places it's truly evil.
Yes.
So now you can see Francis' promise and why, right?
Yes, Master.
We can see very well. Don't count too much on it.
Okay, Master.
When Pope Benedict was still in office, it probably wasn't that much reported.
Yes, Master.
One way that you get appointed is that you run your diocese well. Under John Paul II, one way that people got appointed was by how many seminarians and priests they had. So if you were getting more and more vocations, good priest, he's a good bishop, give him a better give him a bigger diocese. And certainly you didn't want to have on your record that you had a number of priests who abuse people, because that would reflect badly on you. So they keep this kind of stuff quiet. It's kind of like, if you want to be seen in a positive light from Rome, which makes a lot of these career decisions for people, only bring good news to the Vatican.
And then he probably didn't know what to do. Maybe they were too strong for him also in the Vatican already. At that time, they were preparing for Francis. They were already boiling, brewing with darkness, and he probably was not comfortable. And so he resigned. But at least while he was in office, he feared God. He worshipped God. He even said he retired because God wanted him to meditate. It is possible. See, he's connected with God. God told him to do what, and he does it. But he has never opened his mouth in any way, anywhere that we heard of, to blemish God, to degrade Jesus Christ.
That's correct,
Yes.
Master.
At least not.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
He's humble. He fears God, and he worships God. That's for sure.
Yes, Master.
Even though he couldn't do other things that people wanted him to do. But at that time, it was not so obvious like Francis' time, when he knows everything about many hundreds of thousands of children being raped, molested, and who died, murdered.
Yes.
Yes.
And evidence was everywhere,
Yes.
Yes.
and everyone was talking about it. So there was more prominent evidence for him to do something, but he didn't. He just ignored it all the time and say sins of the flesh are not important. And then say God is a failure. Many times he said that. Jesus is also a failure.
Y esto es La historia del fracaso de Dios.
This here, in this item, is the history of God's failure.
Es un vía crucis.
It's the way of the cross.
At times, I like to think about joking with the Lord. He said, "You don't have a good memory. This is the weakness of God. When God forgives, He forgets."
We need to remember that we are followers of Jesus Christ. And his life, humanly speaking, ended in failure. The failure of the cross.
Y anuncian que por las venas de Jesús corre sangre pagana.
This is Vatican Radio, and I'm Susie Hodges. Pope Francis said the story of God's love for us can be found on the cross, where Jesus emptied himself of his divinity and dirtied himself with sin in order to save humanity. Turning back to the figure of the serpent, Pope Francis said the animal is a mystery because it's a symbol of sin that both kills and saves.
Serpente que uccide, un serpente que salva.
And it's the mystery of Christ, who emptied himself, humiliated himself, destroyed himself, and became sin in order to save us. Pope Francis said using this symbol, Jesus became a serpent.
Then what is he doing in the house of God?
Yes, that's right, Master.
And the place of Jesus' worship?
Yes, Master.
It's like a thief going into a house illegally and yelling at the owners and disrespecting them, like shoving them out by degrading them, by slandering them. You see that?
Yes, Master.
I don't know why the Christian people still let him. Yeah, this is beyond my most craziest thinking. You go into the house of God, and because of God, because of Jesus, that he has such a fame, such a privilege, such a high position, and he turns around and slanders them in the hardest terms. And the Christian people do nothing. And the government, who's supposed to be Christian, faithful, also do nothing. This world is hell. It's going to be more hell if they continue this way, worshiping the devil instead of God.
Yes, Master.
It's always, if Francis is not for the devil, then he's working for the devil. Who else would slander God, huh?
That's right, Master.
Except those who worship the devil or Satan.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Oh my God. And they do nothing, keep silent. This is the worst of any crime that you can commit.
Yes.
Because of Jesus' sacrifice, because of God's glorious name, that he can become a pope, and then he uses his position to slander God. He doesn't slander anybody bad, he just slanders the good one and the Almighty God. And say he's not even coming in his name. Then in what name is he coming? Can only be Satan, no?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
It's so obvious. Why does nobody do anything? The whole Christendom, 2 billion of them, doing nothing. You see that?
Yes, Master.
It makes me so angry. My God. Wasn't in the time of Jesus. In the time of Jesus, they say Jesus was blasphemous. That's why they kill him. At least they kill him in the name of God, because they thought that Jesus said he is the Son of God, but he is lying.
Yes.
So they thought he was cheating people. But this guy, he truly is offending God, slandering God.
Yes.
And the true people, Christian people, do nothing. What do you feel? You surprised or not? It's out of this world, man. It's beyond craziness.
Yes, Master.
It's shocking, Master.
Yeah, it is shocking. No wonder the world became like this. No wonder heaven is punishing them with one virus after another, and many more, strange viruses keep coming, and more variants coming, and they don't even know how dangerous they can be yet. One is stronger than the other already, obviously.
Yes.
Oh my God, I don't feel good, I'm telling you. Oh God, let me drink another water, okay? Warm water. I come back, yeah?
Yes,
Yes, Master.
You guys can also go drink if you don't feel good. Or get out, take some fresh air, okay? In 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay,
Yes.
Master.
Oh my God, I feel chest pain also.
Oh, Master.
Are you still there?
Yes, Master.
Well, I told you I don't want to hear anything about this guy again, but I'm glad you asked, okay?
Yes,
Okay,
Master.
Master.
We have to keep this flame alive
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
to remind people that they are following somebody who is evil,
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
who's working for Satan and destroying the church reputation and destroying the faith of people in God and in Jesus Christ. This is a great issue. It's not normal.
That's right,
Yes.
Master.
We cannot allow a number of the key who just sit in the high days and then keep blemishing God and holy Jesus.
Exactly.
Yes, Master.
He sacrificed for humankind.
That's right.
Right.
If you're not grateful, at least you keep quiet, no?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
If you don't have sympathy for a man who died wrongly accused in such an agonizing way, at least you keep quiet, huh?
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
This man, if he doesn't go to hell, then you should not trust me anymore. He will. Okay? And
Yes,
he will
Master.
never get out of hell again.
Oh.
I will make sure of that. This you can trust me.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
Even if the world is too cowardly or too blind or too poisoned to do anything, hell will not spare him.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
The judgment of heaven will not spare him. Okay. Just because humans, they eat too much meat, they drink too much alcohol, they drug in themselves with all kinds of addictive as well as treatment drugs, that they could not think straight.
Yes,
And the devil used the human's weakness to cause more havoc in the world.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Oh, my heart just feels so bad for the people who are so vulnerable and are being misled, being cheated. And then by following them, they will go to hell as well.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Not just cheating them on earth, but because they have been following these kind of evil servants, they will go to hell with them. Yeah. Whomever you are attracted to, you go with that person or that entity. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, Master.
That's why whoever believes in the saints will go with the saints to heaven. But this is the time that the evil fight the most viciously, the most vehemently, most desperately, because they know they're losing.
Yes, Master.
Well, I don't know how else to wake humans up and not listen to these people, at least not believing them, not listening to them. Otherwise, they will all go to hell also. Oh my God, what am I to do? I keep asking heaven every day, what am I to do? What else can I do to help humans? Oh, they told me nothing more.
Oh.
I'm so frustrated, very, very disappointed, very sad, very sorrowful daily. And talking to you about this, my neck has pain. Truly, it's a pain in the neck, physically. When people say pain in the neck, it's truly like that. When it stresses you too much.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really painful. I don't want to cut off again and come back. So just take some deep breath. You too, okay? Oh, I feel, oh, no, I have to rest. Oh, God, I feel very dizzy. I call you back, okay?
Yes,
Yes, Master.
And the other, rich in virtues, protected by 3 guptis, and abstaining from injuring living beings in the 3 ways, by thoughts, words, and acts, traveled about on the earth, feel like a bird, and exempt from delusion. Guptis means restraint. Uttradhyayana Sutra, Jainism.